All right, here's just a quick status update on some things that I've been working on. So I'm just gonna just kind of go point by point on these things. So basically, first thing is on the intro map stage, I'm now actually going from the center of the screen outwards, and so you can see how the green area of the map will always be right up against the red area of the map, just like the original arcade game. And the wider the screen gets, basically, the more of the green map on the left and right you see. So it looks better. Before there was like a really big gap between the green and the red part of the map if you played at super wide aspect ratios. So okay, that's bullet point number one. Bullet point number two is you goddamn guessed it. Playable characters can now hold, throw, and use the Molotov cocktail in the game. Okay, so yeah, and so that involved putting in a new system where basically I can animate grabbable objects that are grabbed separately from the character holding them. You couldn't do that in the original Final Fight, but whatever. Okay, so here's point number three. Um, I added Punisher characters to the endless stage slum background. So now you can see the Punisher and Nick Fury. There's CPS1 sprites poking out and hiding in the slum bonus stage. Okay, here's the next thing. I added more animations to Belger when he's knocked out of the window at the end of the game. So he kicks now, and I also added glass that like that flings off of him as he's falling, and also like after he gets knocked up against the wall and starts falling, he turns upside down. Yeah, so I mean, basically, I'm really frustrated right now because okay, all right, here we go, blah blah blah. Yeah, see how he goes upside down and like glass flies off of him and everything, and he's kicking. He didn't kick in the original game, but yeah. So basically, long story short, I'm adding a lot of just little details, making sure I get all the art that I need to in there. I've been getting off of work at like 9 o'clock every night. So like, when the fuck am I supposed to finish this? I don't know. I'm really kind of getting frustrated because I want to get this out so badly, but for obvious reasons, there just isn't that much goddamn time to work on it. Something else I wanted to show really quickly. Okay, so you probably saw before on this endless stage that I had like one of the Alien versus Predator characters getting face hugged in the background, but I added all four, and so now as you're playing through the endless stage, it randomly picks one and then puts that one in the background. So instead of just Predator Hunter getting face grabbed in the background or face hugged or whatever, now any of the four Alien versus Predator characters can be back there, and I'm also doing stuff too where like before in the endless elevator stage background, it was only the thief from Dungeons and Dragons that could drop down and stab the dragon, but that is also going to be randomized where any of the Dungeons and Dragons characters can randomly, fall down and stab the dragon. So like I said, it's all the little graphical shit like that. I'm trying to get it all in here, trying to get it all done. Um, Oh yeah, and also I added integer scaling modes to the game. So let me show you here. So what's cool about integer scaling in this is that you can actually choose whether you want to have letterboxing and pillarboxing with integer scaling, or whether you want to just crop it, which is essentially kind of like the same as zooming in. So it's basically you're just kind of choosing like underscan or overscan. And so, well, yeah, see how because we're basically zoomed in right now. It's getting cropped. See how like at the top of the screen, it's a little bit cut off there. I'm actually thinking about doing something really nice that you couldn't do with the with like MAME or something, because okay, so here's the thing. When you do integer scaling, like let's say that you're zoomed in, right, and the corners of your screen are cropped off. Well, like normally that would be a problem for things like this, where like you can't really show the HUD. What I'm actually thinking about doing is because this is just a computer game where I can do anything I want. I'm actually thinking about detecting overscan when zooming in with integer scaling, and using that to dynamically adjust the position of the HUD in the game. And so basically, what you could do is you could compensate for the overscan and still have integer scaling, but actually move the HUD down or wherever it needed to be, so everything was still visible. So I might do that, but I mean it is kind of comical though, isn't it? It's like you have commercial games like fucking Tempest 4000 where they can't even get them to work, and yet here we are with just things that people do in their spare time and give away for free that are like infinitely more feature rich. It's just kind of fucking comical. Okay, so in any case, yeah, so basically, like, so this is the thing. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna be able to finish this. I don't. I'm really goddamn frustrated. It should have been done by now. I wanted it to be done by now. I really need to fucking get this thing out this year. But like I said, I just haven't had the time to finish it. But basically, this is like internally my plan, my schedule. So basically, this is what needs to happen. I need to correct some of the alternate color palettes for some characters. I need to get a few more like bonus art assets in there. I need to hook up the AI. And then at that point, I mean, it's pretty much in there. I mean, like when I get the rest of the graphics in, I am going to be sending some people, basically people who are in the credits of the game in the other video. I'll be sending you some private links where you can download a build of the game and fuck around with it if you want to, unless you just want to wait until it's actually done. But it is just really frustrating. I want this to be done right now, but I guess it's back to work.